Everybody always talk about date your age, date your age. Well, I want to date my wage.
Right now, what you're getting ready to watch is a live stream I recently did on an episode of Keeping It Conscious about old Shannon Sharpe and his freaky ways, man. What I would say is that two things can be possible at the same time. He can be both freaky and very predatory. We love to think very critically and make sure that we're doing it with ethics and morals that's guiding the way that we come into our analysis, man. In a conversation that is defining the phenomenon of power and domination when it comes to age gaps, when it comes to consent. Right now, we have a lot of people justifying the freaky nature of older men preying on younger women. A 19-year-old is a child. A 20-year-old is a child. You feel me? A lot of y'all too be 35, you know what I'm saying, 29, 30, and y'all be preying on 18, 19-year-olds too. And the question I always ask is like, if your niece, if your little cousin, if your granddaughter, if your daughter brought home a 50-year-old, shit, a 40-year-old, and they were 18, what would be your response? Would you think that this is a relationship that gives fair, or you know what, that gives ethical balance in terms of power? Before we even get into the conversation about consent and the conversation about this, because she gave you some once, don't mean you can have it twice. If you say no, then no means no. Before we even get into that, let's just really talk about this age difference, man. If you subtract 19 years from Shannon Sharpe's life, he's already inducted to the Hall of Fame, I believe. He's already an experience. Got kids, got all this, and this person ain't even thought of yet. When y'all hear the phone conversation, the audio, you can hear him being condescending, dismissive. He damn near treating her like she a nephew, I mean, like she her niece, like she his niece. Or treating her like, you feel me, a granddaughter. Straight sexual object. I don't give a damn what you bring it emotionally. I'm trying to bring you back in. Do you want this big BBC down your white throat and this, that, and the other? You see what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like Shannon Sharpe and his team underestimated the way that this would roll out. And I think they underestimated court of public opinion and how once this woman came out and did it in a, you know what I'm saying, in a way that was anonymous, and then y'all came out and leaked the name. I feel like from a civil, so I'm saying, if I'm the lawyer, I'm just thinking about how my client came in with anonymity and was trying to, you feel me, keep her identity under wraps. And that this guy right here, in defense of Talk saying that he did not do anything to it, released the name. Yeah, but a civil suit mean I only got to find you 51% liable and then you lost. Say, X the Joker Dilla says, I was reading gender epistemologies in Africa. There was a section about the lack of a better term, sex ranges. Basically, you grew up with a group of kids and given range, and that's who you partner with. You know what I mean? And that's how we know that people love to universalize Western understandings of age gaps, Western understandings of gender, and feel like because that's something that's been normalized in Western societies, it must be true throughout the world. And it's just like, I don't think that's a good politic to subscribe to at all. Say Mumia says, consciously, my understanding of the sex tapes, as best as I have it, it was clear that the association was rooted in BDSM and kink. Such dialogue is not all common in the community among practitioners. Oh yeah, definitely. I agree with that. And that's the reason why I'm not trying to kink shame at all. I also know that when it comes to a civil case, you know, all we got to do is find you be a little bit liable. So the fact that, hold on, before I even get to this point, we know Shannon Sharpe pockets is way deeper than every single one of ours on this live stream. We know that Shannon Sharpe has the disposable resources to be able to pay for a legal team, pay for, you feel me, a PR team. Not only did his legal team advise him to make comments in public, you know what I'm saying, on his public profile, his lawyer, I don't know if it was an accident. I don't know if it was on purpose. But why would his lawyer that he paid top-notch dollar for tell the public that he tried to settle for $10 million? Now, in a civil suit, typically, a settlement is seen as, you know, a sign of guilt. And sometimes, you know, the settlement is just seen as, man, get out of my face, I'm gonna give you this, or the business as usual ain't worth pulling out. And we know that we will see which one is it, you know what I'm saying? The more we talk about this case and the more things about this case come out. I do want to say that even if you believe they had a consensual relationship, that still does not absolve the power dynamics at play. And if you believe in the narrative that the white women are always trying to milk black men and do this and the other, when you playing in the racial stereotypes for sexual pleasure, and then you try to use those said racial stereotypes to insulate yourself from criticism, especially if you into like BDSM type stuff. I think they can make it where it is. But where's the code for us? We found him guilty without any proof. I do not condone what he did if he did it. But we gave someone outside the community the benefit of the doubt. Where is our code? Hey, Culture, I think that code has to start with the individual that's having the relationships with the said 19-year-old. I think that the said evidence, I feel like that it's up for interpretation. He's not being charged criminally. He's being charged in a civil crime. You see what I'm saying? The conversation of age, I think that is one that's applicable in the white community, black community, Mexican community, Asian community. You feel me? There's a phenomenon of older men preying on younger women. So I think even if you want to make it a race thing, it's like, hey, the criticism I'm making is a very unique one. You feel me? But I'm giving the benefit of the doubt and say innocent or proven guilty. But I do know that a lot of us having this conversation don't understand consent and think that because they got nasty and did the nasty 100 times on 101, she can't say no. She can't say, I don't want to do it this time. And that's what I'm saying. That's the criticism. You see what I'm saying? The code is that when a black man says disparaging things about black women and he goes with white women, I don't understand how when he get hot for him, he able to just fall back into the black community. Having a long-lasting consensual relationship with a woman does not justify abuse, sexually or physically. The way that we're talking about consensual relationships is one that justifies something called marital, where we believe because a man is with a woman that man has already has the right to that woman's body sexually. And I think that's something we should really sit with. As somebody that's married, I think that me and my wife been getting nasty since 17. You feel me? But I know that if she say no, that mean no. I can't say, well, 10 years, 15 years, like, no, you feel me? So pointing out that Jonathan Majors had a consensual relationship with this white woman, it don't mean that, you feel me, like choking her is probably not permissible. You know what I'm saying? Hitting her is probably not permissible. I just think that it's something weird about men, black men uniquely, getting caught up with a white woman. And then we as a community do these weird things. We feel like this black man is insulated from criticism because it is a white woman. And it's just like, hey, Shannon Sharpe, Cat Williams told him. Cat Williams said, man, you can be King Kong and a white woman will have your career done in two weekends. You know what I'm saying? He an old black man from Georgia. He understands the racial play. He understands politics when it comes to racism in this country. You feel me? So it's just something we got to just keep it a stack. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it a stack. I think people don't understand consent. Consent is not continuous. It should be solely assumed or implied in anyone's mind. Agreed, Shanika. Women over 18 years old have always went for older men especially when it comes to money. It's a lot of women who set men up when it comes to money. Look at how sexual harassment destroyed a lot of men and found out that men lied. Majority of women are broke. And they know it's easy to get money by saying he sexually harassed me. I'm suing. Just like a woman will have sex with the man and turn around and say, I feel like in this conversation there, I can walk and chew gum at the same time and acknowledging that there's a legacy of white women uniquely being able to paint black men as being sexual brutes that is unable to control our sexuality, therefore, justifying burning our communities down, justifying lynchings. There's also, you feel me, a reality, you know what I'm saying, of black men. There is a reality of some black men are abusive. Some black men are, you see what I'm saying? So if there's not a way for you to mitigate these two realities, I don't know what to do and tell you with that. You feel me? Especially if you already have the idea that women are broke, that women always try to go for this man, this, that, and the other, the idea of the gold digger. You already have a particular politic you subscribe to when it comes to women. And I think that we just disagree. You feel me, Derek? Like we just disagree on how gender roles operate and how you think consent happens and how you think the deceptive gold digging ass, you know what I'm saying, hoes, you feel me, go after men. And I think that is something to kind of sit with. Like, I don't know, like, Mumia says, regarding the content issue, my understanding that the case is that Miss Gabriela Zuniga has refused to meet with criminal investigators so they can determine that indeed she was assaulted, etc. We know that civil suits have much lower burden and standard of proof. Additionally, the timeline event showed that Miss Zuniga continues to be an assault, and yet she returns another assault. I feel like in intimate partner relationships, being able to point out that one of the intimate partners went back to one of the people went back to their intimate partners after they were abused is not really the rebuttal that we think it is. On face value, we say like, why they go back? But if you really sit with and study and research, you feel me, domestic violence and sit with and study intimate partner violence, you will know that people that a individual being abused or being taken advantage of by a partner is more likely to go back because of various things with trauma, various things with attachment, various things. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, just the reason, like just how we're able to see a whole bunch of videos or see, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say one example. Though we're able to see Tina Turner getting abused by Ike, it doesn't make any sense to say, well, because she went back to Ike, she liked the abuse. It doesn't make any say, well, because she went back to him, that means she wasn't being abused. You feel me? We can walk and chew gum at the same time. Two things can be true at the same time. No, sometimes multiple things can be true at the same time. So pointing out that Miss Gabriella was having a relationship with Shannon after she said that she was abused, I don't think it's a good defense. I think that if anything, it shows that people have a lack of understanding when it comes to coercion and when it comes to intimate partner violence and how domestic violence sometimes allows for victims to stay with their abuser.